He almost didn't play Marty McFly, the most iconic role of the 1980s, and Michael J. Fox wasn't even the first choice. Now, 40 years later, he's telling everything. In 2025, Back to the Future turns 40. That's right, this year marks the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. 4 decades since we first met Marty McFly, the teenage kid with the skateboard, a Walkman, and a friend who just happened to be the first time-traveling scientist. 40 years since a DeLorean racing down the street at 88 miles per hour became one of the most iconic images in movie history. And to mark this milestone, Michael J. Fox, the man who was Marty McFly, is doing something extraordinary. He's opening up like never before. Michael is writing a brand new book titled Future Boy, and it's not just a memoir. It's a celebration, a reflection. A behind-the-scenes look at what it really took to bring Back to the Future to life, and how that journey changed his life forever. This isn't a typical Hollywood memoir filled with polished stories and PR-approved moments. Future Boy is personal, it's raw, it's honest. Michael shares not only the highs, the fame, the excitement, the cultural explosion, but also the pressure, the chaos, and the once-in-a-lifetime luck it took for him to step into the role that would define generations. But he's not just telling the story alone. As part of the book, Michael sets out to speak with the people who helped make Back to the Future a classic, the visionaries, the creatives, the collaborators. He interviews Steven Spielberg, the legendary producer who believed in the story from day one, Robert Zemeckis, the film's director, who had to fight to get it made his way, Bob Gale, who co-wrote the script and helped imagine the world of Hill Valley, and more. Michael also reconnects with the cast, the people who were there in the trenches with him. Christopher Lloyd, who created one of the most unforgettable characters in film history as Doc Brown. Lea Thompson, who brought grace, humor, and heart to Lorraine McFly. And several others. The conversations aren't just about movie trivia. They're about chemistry, trust, and risk. They reveal what it takes to make something truly iconic, and how close they came to not getting it right. But perhaps the most surprising part of Future Boy is this. Michael is sitting down with the man who almost was Marty McFly, Eric Stoltz. Now, if you're a casual fan, you might not know this about the story, but if you're a diehard Back to the Future buff, you've heard the rumors, you've seen the behind-the-scenes videos, you've seen the few surviving frames, you know about the switch. Eric Stoltz was the original Marty McFly. He filmed 5 weeks, nearly half the movie, but something wasn't clicking. The tone felt off. The humor wasn't landing. Director Robert Zemeckis and producer Steven Spielberg made a gut-wrenching call. They would replace their lead actor, at great cost, and try again. The decision added around $4 million to the film's budget. It meant reshooting dozens of scenes, and it meant risking everything. It meant bringing in Michael J. Fox. At the time, Michael was already starring in Family Ties, a massive TV hit. He was working day and night, literally filming the show during the day and shooting Back to the Future at night. He was exhausted. He was under pressure. But somehow, it all worked out. He was Marty McFly. And now, 4 decades later, Michael hopes to sit down with Eric Stoltz, not as rivals, but as 2 actors linked by a strange and unforgettable chapter in film history. What will they talk about? What will they say? No one knows for sure, but the fact that it's happening is remarkable, and everybody is on the edge of their seats to hear how that plays out. Because Future Boy isn't just about making a movie. It's about the people behind the movies. The collaboration, the compromise, the creative risk. It's about the chaos of filmmaking, the near misses, the course corrections, the moments of luck and lightning that somehow create magic. It's about Michael J. Fox at a time when everything was happening at once. A breakout role, a TV hit. A personal journey that would later include Parkinson's disease, advocacy, and one of the most admired lives in Hollywood. This book is a time capsule, a thank you letter, a chance to go back, not with a flux capacitor, but through storytelling. Whether you've watched Back to the Future hundreds of times or you're just discovering it today, whether you grew up in the 80s or just fell in love with the film on streaming last week, Future Boy is going to be a rare and intimate look behind the scenes of a movie magic, told by the man who made it real. Michael J. Fox's Future Boy arrives in stores in October of this year, 2025. And when it does, it won't just be about the past. It'll be about how one film, one moment, and one performance changed the course of a life and the future of cinema itself. Please leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about this book. Very excited to get our hands on it come October. Also, be sure and leave a like, subscribe to our channel for more Back to the Future and DeLorean content. Have a fantastic day.